A popular saying goes, at a peak period in Oshodi, you could drop a pin from the overhead bridge and into the human crowd underneath, and the pin will surely not reach the ground. Oshodi, as one of the major transports commercial hubs of Lagos, basks in human and vehicular activities with millions of Lagosians making it a transit point every day. Oshodi is a historical Awori town that has a rich, inspiring culture that dates back to its fearless king warrior, Oshodi Tapa. In modern times, however, the city fell into ruins and became a cesspit of chaos. Lawlessness was a creed on the streets of Oshodi, until the visionary governor, Babatunde Raji Fashola, SAN, took it upon himself to restore the city to its past glory. One of the attendant offshoots of this vision is the creation of a recreation ground called the Oshodi Heritage Garden. Clearedge Media Limited, an enterprising out-of-home advertising agency with pioneering feats in landscape architecture, is at the forefront of this venture.
Oshodi venture was precipitated because of the thinking of the company, the perception that we have concerning the business. We're a company that do not only believe in sticking up structures. There has to be more in putting up structures. If you had looked at what we did on Maryland, you would have seen that Maryland tunnel was something out of the ordinary. It wasn't just going there to put up structures. We had to clean out the entire environment. We had to tile the entire wall. And we have to present something that Lagosians, visitors to Lagos, see and they are very glad with before we put up our structures. So also we transfer the same vision, the same thinking and the same feeling. We transferred it to Oshodi. So that was why Oshodi came out to be what it is. And thank God with the acclaim of all that has seen it. Nobody needs to be told how Oshodi used to be. Every visitor to Lagos, every resident in Lagos. I came to Lagos in 1980, and since then I've been here. I settled here finally in 1985. I used Molue buses. I traversed Oshodi, I crossed Oshodi. I was living in Itire. So for me, Oshodi had been a point that I've started using. Oshodi used to be, should I say, a very horrible, claustrophobic, I don't know, it's a place that people wouldn't want to cross. It took successive governments a lot of thinking to say, how do we approach Oshodi? How do we decongest Oshodi? What do we do to Oshodi to make it decent, to make it look good? Given the number of people that cross Oshodi, the place is a confluence point. Oshodi, you see, transit in Oshodi is high, very, very high. So making it even far more difficult to handle.
Evans Nwanguma, Head Creative Units, Clearedge Media, takes us on a journey from the conceptualization stage of the project to actual implementation.
In this department, we take care of things like photo montage, creating impressions of what projects are supposed to be when they are actually done. The Oshodi Heritage Garden has come a very long way. My boss, the MD, Mr. Aloz Echidioke, happened to stumble upon a place that was measured at Oshodi. And he looked at that site, and being a man of vision, he has the foresight, and he said to himself, this place could be used as a garden or a park. So he came back and called me. He told me to go there, take good shots of the place, and see what I can make out of that place. He wants to create a garden out of that place that I should create an impression with those pictures. and that he intends, bringing a good scenery to Oshodi. So I had to go to Oshodi with my camera, took shots, came back. Now you need to see how Oshodi was then. So I was able to create a garden out of those rubbles which were in the pictures. A lot of work went in because we had to face a lot of challenges, tackling the area boys, the miscreants, also tackling how to level that place, clearing up the place before you can start working. It was very, very tedious and challenging. I think the government is being challenged in this aspect also, because they will now see that a place is not necessarily determined by the people. It is whatever you want to achieve, you can achieve. Initially, the design concept, we wanted to say, okay, in the middle of Oshodi, we're going to put a water fountain, and there, in that same middle, we put a unique structure. It could be artistic structure, it could be a sculpture, it could be very, very gigantic. And then, of course, the garden is supposed to be a place people can just come in, relax, have fun. We keep on altering designs until we finally achieved what we have today.
In the midst of all this, what then are the benefits to your esteemed clients?
When you come to Oshodi, our thinking in Oshodi is not just people coming there to put up advertisements which merely displays the kind of products or product offerings that they have. Oshodi is an environment that will give what we call brand reinforcement. Brand reinforcement in a sense that if you're crossing a particular point or a particular section, there is this thinking, there is this aura, there is this sense of a brand rolling over you. If somebody is crossing Maryland Tunnel now, so what you think is MTN. You think MTN not because you've seen any product that they're advertising, but you're always thinking MTN, and they call it MTN Tunnel. So anybody that is advertising in Oshodi will begin, the brand will first and foremost be reinforced in the people's minds. And then other product offerings will now follow. When you go into the environment, or when you perceive or look at the environment, you now see the kind of product offerings that particular brand is giving. So these are two different things. Oshodi will offer you that reinforced brand sensitivity. Don't forget also that Oshodi is on a major road coming from the international airport. And coming from the international airport, what do you see? You see presidents, you see big businessmen, which means it's a commercial route, and you see people visiting Nigeria, which means it's a tourist route. And being a presidential route, being a commercial route, being a tourist route, all over the world, any major route like that, all the sites are all scenic beauty. Because of the location of Oshodi and what we have done in Oshodi, Oshodi is not only a confluence point, but is a place that has a lot of flow. If you're looking at Apapa Oshodi Expressway, which has traffic almost, should I say, out of the 12 hours, it has traffic almost 8 hours of the day. Apart from that, look at the flip side, Agege Motor Road, that is under the bridge. The place is congested with cars. And you see people flowing in from all over and flowing out of Lagos, moving to all directions of Lagos. So for anybody that has Oshodi as an advertising point, definitely will have that gain of such a very high flow of people. Come to think about it, all the people that live in Lekki, all the people that live in Ajah, all the people that live in Victoria Island, all the people that live in Ikoyi, where do you think how do they go to the international airport? All of them take Apapa Oshodi Express Road. And that is where you have all the big guns in this country. 95% of them. That's where they live. That's where they do business.